We're alive, guys. We got a good one tonight. It's a surprise one again. You can see how it turned out. This one's not going to be as long as if you caught the other one. It's up now. It's up now. You can watch it. It's right here. It's X-Men versus the Hulk. We went through that word for word, and it was freaking sweet, guys. It was freaking epic. It was great. And tonight, we got another one to read through word for word right here. This paperback Batman Court of Owls, Volume 1. Some epic Batman lore right here in the house. So we got Spidey Wolvie with the bats. So, oh, if I forgot, well, hey, Tot's in the house. Well, if I forgot, hey, what's up, buddy? We're just getting started. What's up, guys? Welcome in and welcome back. And what up, Tot Man in the house? Yeah, you just catch the other one. It's up now. We had that yesterday. It's pretty epic. X-Men versus the Hulk, and this one's not going to be as long, but it's freaking epic Batman lore right here. What up, Top Man in the house, guys? All right, cool. Okay, we got the volume up. We got that going. So we got Spidey Wolvie with some bats. And yeah, it's about really all I got tonight. And then I think I might be out of video or something after that. But I want to jump on here real quick in the for the night owls and nightcaps. How's your day been going, man? Mine's pretty good, I guess. A slow day is better than a bad day, and a lot of times better than a good day. It was like one of them slow days. Didn't do much, but we got something cool now, though, guys, because this is a Volume 1 Court of Owls. And yeah, vegging out. Yeah, it's a good idea. I really didn't do much today at all. Well, I went to the store and I put oil in my truck. That is very important. So that's about all I did. Bought some oil and dumped it in the truck. That was it. And some snacks and vegged out too, you know. You know how it is, you know. But that's about it, bro. And tomorrow's going to be maybe more busy. But before it gets busy, we got a busy night here in Gotham that we're going to go over. What up? Yeah. Just taking care of business. And that's what we're doing tonight. And this is pretty freaking epic, guys. All right. So if you see on these live streams we have, you know, kind of a night owl, in a little night owl comic, little portion of the community, you know, we like to go over these word for word on these live streams here. And that's what we're going to do with this one here. It's the Volume 1 of the Court of Owls. And it's pretty cool. It's Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. I mean, yeah. So we're gonna jump on into it right away here, guys. This is Volume 1, like I said, Court of Owls. And we got Batman with the glider right hanging off. You know, he's flying into your TV set right there. Volume 1, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, legendary dudes. It's a little bat bike action, but that's kind of cool too. All right, guys, but every Saturday, the Gotham Gazette includes a small life styles piece called Gotham Is. In the column, random Gothamites are asked to complete the sentence Gotham Is using 3 words or less. The Gazette has been running the Gotham Is column for years, ever since I was a boy. Here are some of the words used to describe Gotham the past few weeks. Damned, cursed, bedlam, murderous. Oh boy. Gotham is villainous. Gotham is a losing game. Gotham is hopeless. You're all ours now. No way out, bats. Check that out, guys. We got freaking Scarecrow, Two-Face, Killer Croc, Professor Pig, Mr. Freeze. Jeez, who am I missing? Who's that dude? Says, there's no place like home. So, yeah. That's going to call for some face-ripping Batman action. Once in a while, someone names one of the city's villains as their answer to Gotham is question. Usually it's some kid, a teenager going for shock value. But now and then, someone actually tries to make the argument that the city has best reflected as in its villains. For example, Gotham is Two-Faced, meaning Gotham is a city at odds with itself. Or Gotham is Killer Croc, meaning the city is little more than a cannibalistic monster. I've seen a few Mr. Freezes, two Black Masks. Lately, I've seen a couple new names appear too. But for me, Gotham's criminals, whether old, will never defile this city because, in the end, they're simply the cowardly ruled by predictable desires. Granted, now and then one of them will do something that catches me, even me, off guard, something particularly depraved or twisted. There you are. And here I was beginning to think we were going to die without even saying goodbye. You ready to do this? Well, I was so serious. Fine, yeah. Let's cut to the punchline. Joker, what are you doing? You turncoat piece of... Behind you. Got him. Of course, one of the most common answers is question is Batman. Gotham is Batman. Gotham is Batman City. Gotham is the Bat. All answers I'm partial to myself. We got some Joker is in need of a freaking dentist right there, bro. Check that out. Alright. Still, I like to think of a vote for Batman a broader affirmation, a vote for all of Gotham's heroes, a vote for the GCPD. Honest, tireless men, the Commissioner Jim Gordon. I still don't understand a full-scale breakout with no warning. It wasn't a breakout. I've been investigating a weak link at Arkham Asylum, a guard named Matthews. I was coming for him. He sprang the doors to stop me. Not Dan Matthews. He's one of the best men on payroll there. I've known him ever since he was an academy boy. And he and Bella are getting divorced. He's got a father with health problems, a divorce looming. I had no idea. Neither does she. Geez, who's the new pal? Cocktail waitresses, iceberg lounge, impressive she of her own. And you found him out how? You had a man on the inside? Something like that. Dan Matthews on the take at Arkham. There's nobody on the scum of Gotham City there. Get to there is. I wouldn't say that. One more thing. Can the CC footage? It almost looks like you're fighting alongside the Joker. Tell me that'd be ridiculous. That'd be ridiculous, Jim. That's what I figured. Just a simple trick of the light. What up, guys? Critical Drinker. No, I have not actually heard of that channel. I actually don't drink myself, but we get down with the Gotham madness, man, and it's crazy. But check it out, guys. Hey, what up? Doing stuff there. All right, cool. Back to the story. We're in the Batcave, guys. Check this out. Thanks for joining us, guys. Because look at the inside. Look at the Batcave. Yes, it is right. Batman has a freaking his own T-Rex. Bruce Wayne bought a T-Rex, and he's probably got like 50 shades of Batmobiles right there, guys. Check that out. So it's true. He says, so it's true. Dang, look at this guy. You do actually practice brooding. I always suspected. I'm working. With the computer off, satisfied, impressed. It's a new system I'm testing, a contact lens with a remote access processor linked to the computer down here. And Dick, take off the EMP mask. Oh, look at that, guys. He scrambled up into the Matrix right there. That's just like your boy here, just an NPC and stuck inside the Matrix, doing the dude's work for the dudes, the comic dude for the dudes, dude. Back to the show, dude. Believe me, I've been dying to. I just wanted to make sure you disconnected it from the mainframe first. So a contacts lens with remote access. Meaning anywhere you go, the Batcave goes with you. Now that sounds healthy. We should go. For what it's worth, how'd I do as him? Are you asking me if we're convincing a homicidal maniac, Dick? I suppose I am. Then yes, as a matter of fact, you were. Score 1 for Alfred's School of Acting. Still, I can't believe you let him in three there an extra day. I needed to be sure it was Matthews. Besides, with all you've been shouldn't lately, I figured you could use a day off. A day off in Arkham, only you, Bruce, only you. Snazzed up, ready to go. Finally, it's a who's who of Gotham in there. Facial recognition go. Facial recognition algorithm actuating. Dick Grayson, former Robin, current Nightwing, access level high. Batman Wayne, Damian Wayne, current Robin, access level high. Tim Drake, current Red Robin. Teen Titans, member access level high. Tell me he's not using facial recognition for the party. The party, he's using it to remember who you are, Drake. And zing, run diagnostic. And you call yourself a detective. Lately, I've been asking myself the Gotham is question a lot. Well. What is Gotham City to me, Bruce Wayne, in a single word? Home, finally. Purpose. But then the real truth is, I couldn't answer the question. But then I remembered something, friends. I remembered something my father, Thomas Wayne, used to say to me before bed. Sometimes back when I was a boy and I'd have a bad day, when I'd fallen down a hole in the ground or skinned my knee at the end of the day, like that, he'd pat on my head and he'd say, "Hey, Bruce, tomorrow is one of the dream away." That was his phrase, sentimental, I know, but still, it worked for me. Now, as most of you know, my father died when I was just a boy. He was gunned down along with my mother in a crime alley across town. And you can imagine the days following the death were the worst of my life, days of anger and fear and sadness. Still, that my father's phrase, tomorrow's one dream away, is kept coming back to me. And deep down, I knew much it hurt right then things would get better. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, friends, my point is when circumstances are challenging you or frightening you, ask yourselves what our city is pointless, because all we will see when we look behind all the buildings and streets will be our own fears, our own frustrations, our own demons. But if we stop looking to the present and the past and instead we look to the future, to the future we go, Marty McFly DeLorean. If we ask ourselves what can be, what will be tomorrow, then we're asking the right question, because the hope to dream, to predict, to shape the city yourself rather than to be shaped by it. So putting my money where my mouth is. Next month, Wayne Enterprises will begin investing aggressively and immediately in Gotham's future. Working with various domestic design firms, we've already set in motion an initiative to rebuild some of the Gotham's most derelict industrial neighborhoods. From there, we plan on moving boldly to expand and modernize Gotham's public transit system. I cannot tell you how excited, how hopeful I am about these plans. Much more it'll be revealed in the coming days, but for now I ask you to do this. Look past what Gotham was, Gotham is, and imagine me, just for a moment, Gotham as it will be. Yes. Thank you. Now, what I ask you, friends, is to invest with me, invest in Gotham's future, because I promise if we can all do that together. Clap, 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 clap. The room erupts, folks. The room erupts. A better, brighter Gotham is one dream away. Alfred Pennyworth, caretaker, Wayne Estate, access level highest. Well done, Master Bruce. Inspiring, though. Thank you, Alfred. Thought you did fail to mention the myriad of the new bat bunkers you'll be building throughout the city. Must we have slipped my mind? Next presentation, maybe. Bruce, there you are. Vicky Vale, reporter for the Gotham Gazette. So first you find the digitization of the Gazette. Now you're rebuilding half the city and say you're Gotham's own man of tomorrow. That is, if I wasn't already saying he is. Running for mayor, yes, I know. And March Venture, you underwrote Leslie Tompkins' satellite clinic on the east side, didn't you? Lincoln March, Bruce Wayne. Lincoln March, COO, March Venture, current Gotham City mayoral candidate. Wow, I'm impressed. Any friend of Leslie's, does that mean I have your vote? That depends. Do I have yours? On this, I'm certainly interested. Can I ask how many investors you have lined up already? You can ask. That many? Like I said, we've been aggressive in our efforts to recruit partners. Luckily, the response has been largely enthusiastic. Well, all kidding aside, I really am interested in playing a part, Bruce. Can we set up something up? Of course. What do you have in mind? Breakfast or lunch? We could. Cough. I'm sorry, go on. Lip read activated. Ocular targeting too. I was just saying I'm enthusiastic too. You many stab wounds. God. Alright, I'll be right down. Just give me 10 minutes to escape from the planet of the crepes. Crepe, it's a pancake. Never mind. Bruce! I'm sorry, what? I was saying I could do as early as tomorrow lunch. Talk about your plans? Of course, tomorrow, Alfred. Set it up, will you? Now, if you'll excuse me for a moment. Lincoln. I need to get some air. No, you rank stooges, prop the weather trap first. Raindrops, evidence no match. Geez, they grow them stupid nowadays. Hello, Harvey. Back to stealth mode, I see. Come on, let's go look at some art. The landlord found him on a routine rent run. Dang, bro. Got him all strung up. Frickin' Hannibal Lecter style with frickin' Ed Gein. He went by the name of Sam Strings, but we all ran and turned out to be a phony. A phony guy with no credible ID in the apartment, nothing on his prints. He paid everything in cash, a true John Doe. Evidence points to a Todd 5, maybe 6 days ago. A TOD maybe 5, 6 days ago when someone decided to use him as a human dartboard. Thing is, whoever did missed every one of John Doe's major arteries on purpose, meaning they wanted to hurt him very badly for a long, long time. The pot stickers are antique throwing knives, professional grade. The grooves are filled with mercury for steadier flight. I'd like to take one. Hell, it's not like we're going to run out. Make anything of the symbol? It's an owl. I meant, do you think it has anything to do with the old wives' tale about the sea? I know what you mean. Run DNA analysis. Look, skin beneath the victim's fingernails, possibly the killer's. Running. Amplify now. Sniff, sniff, sniff. What is it? Give me your cigar. My cigar. That smell is linseed oil, a common paint thinner, but the intensity is too strong. So our guy spilled a can of paint thinner. So what? Maybe. You never know. Bruce Wayne will die tomorrow. Damn, bro. Or maybe he was using it to leave a last message, a warning before he was murdered. Well, our John Joe wasn't any Nostradamus, that's for sure. I'm just saying, if our time or death for him was a week ago, the tomorrow he thought would be Wayne's last day already came and he went, so Wayne's in the clear. Unless John Doe knew he'd be found, you'd said the landlord you'd be making a routine run. I assume he always came on the second Friday of the month, so it's possible our victim knew he was going to die. Knew he was going to be found today, and that so he left a warning that whoever killed him would be coming after Bruce Wayne next. Then to the killer, I say, good luck. Wayne's security has security. Anyone going to take a crack at the guy, he's going to have to be someone close. Someone in Wayne's circle would be my guess. Makes you almost feel bad for the guy. Almost. I know you and Wayne are pals and all that, but guys like Wayne, they don't get how the city works the way we do. I mean, I listened to his speech tonight on the radio all about what Gotham is and was and will be. Blur, 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 blur. When it comes to Gotham, though, quiet. You sure? Quiet. Sir, the skin cells beneath the victim's fingernails came back a perfect match. Look, I didn't mean to knock on your boy Wayne. I'm just saying. My view is when it comes to Gotham, you don't know it, brother. It knows you. And when the moment you think otherwise, the moment you get too comfortable, and that's when it stabs you right in the back. Because above everything, Gotham is a mystery. Match Dick Grayson. Robin! Bro. The killer was Robin. Check that out. That's freaking epically cool. That's freaking sweet. Yeah. Heck yeah, bro. Alright. We got the original. Hold on. What? There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. The original Wayne Tower. If you came to Gotham City right now and took a tour of the building, here are some things your guide would tell you. The tower was constructed in 1888 and watched by my great grandfather, Alan Wayne. He built the tower to serve as a symbol and welcome people ordered Gotham, and the guide will point out in the ground and designed to give the visitors like you a feeling that they're cared for and protected. For example, your guide will say that the building had 12 gargoyles, a guardian, as Alan insisted they be called, one to watch over each passenger into the city. The five guardians at the first tier were placed there to watch over the original gateways into Gotham, the three bridges, and two tunnels. Higher up the tower is a ring of seven guardians, and to protect each of the seven train lines that converge at the Union Station below Wayne Tower Base. And at the top of the tower is the observation deck, which Allen insisted remain free and open to the public every weekend all year round. And for the windows, Allen demanded that only the best glass be used, a kind of double bonded laminated float glass designed to be crystal quality, weatherproof, and most importantly, unbreakable. Unbreakable, my ass. Not when you got stone cold freaking showing up. Unbreakable, that is, unless like the assassin who just kicked me through them, you know how to hit the glass just right. Make impact at the edge of the plate rather than the center where it's designed to bend and flex. The throwing knives are perfectly placed too, lodged tight in the brachial arteries. The pain and the blood loss makes it almost impossible to grab on anything and break my fall. Impossible to do anything except bleed and drop, and watch the city rise up to greet me. Crash. 24 hours earlier. I'm positive I hit him with 2 rounds of Semtex. 2 rounds. 2 pounds of Semtex. 2 freaking pounds, guys. Say what you want. I'll spike the ball when we're at the harbor. Our guy is supposed to be waiting just past the straits to take the status. Why are we going so damn slow? I thought this thing was supposed to be a cruise at 200 knots. But our guy said all 10 of these things from the Hellenistic Wing 10. It is, but he destroyed the coaxial with the bat thing. You want faster? Dump a few of the pretty ladies. He isn't the one about to go down in the middle of the avenue. Start tossing them. Hell, I never was much for a pale girls anyhow. And at least these won't crash. Oh. Yeah. Check that out. That's pretty sweet. He got Rolf. What are you doing, man? Get the hell away from him. Turn. Shut up. The Bats wants to play chicken. Let's play chicken. What's he doing? He couldn't. Turn. I can't. The damn alley's too narrow. Stop. Commissioner Gordon has arrived at the morgue. Noted, Alfred. Shall I assume you won't be back for the autopsy? I can power down the... I'll be there. But, sir, I have you all the way over on... Relax. This'll only take a moment. Stone cold bats. Batarangs and freaking stunners. Stunning batarangs, bros. That's nutsolas. That's holy cannoli Batman. I'm afraid there's a little more to relax than the obvious. Our John Doe was stabbed multiple times, likely an act of torture. Died from the oral wound here, which caused him to hemorrhage into his own throat. I should be going. They're waiting on me down, and it burns. The light's on. Choked on his own blood, and Gotham's pleasant as ever. My way out, Bill. Don't you think I know the drill by now? Night, Commissioner. Well, you there. I'm here, Jim. Step back. Well, that's colorful. It works. Ready? So what we have is a genuine mystery man. Paid his rent in cash. No identification in the place. Checked his DNA agent, state and federal. Not one ping. We know nothing about him except he made a pretty decent dartboard for someone. Here, there's extensive scar tissue around the ribs and abdomen. Calculation at his broken side of skull. Huh? The pugsless beauty marks. You think our John Doe was a fighter in his glory days? Maybe, but he's got more callous material around his palms and wrists than his knuckles. Defensive scarring. Trainer. Those are scars along his forearms. Common injuries from swordplay. So the guy's a high-end trainer. He's a tough is the idea, but now even tougher, someone he knows he beat is coming for him. And the message is if he leaves us to find Bruce Wayne, will die tomorrow. It's curious. I contacted Wayne, asked him if he wanted a police detail in the next 24 hours. He turned me down. I take it you're keeping an eye on him? I have it covered, Jim. His third molar right side, the scanner's picking up abnormal fracture. Right wisdom tooth, got it. Take a look. Same emblem on the throwing knives used to kill him. It's an Athenian owl. It appears on coins in ancient Greece. It was a symbol of wealth and power. Beware the court of owls that watches all the time, ruling Gotham from a shadowed perch behind granite and lime. They watch you at your hearth. They watch you in your bed. Speak not a whispered word of them, or they'll send all the talon for your head. I know the nursery rhyme, Jim, but the court of owls is just a legend. To be blunt, so are you for a while. They don't exist. And know that because I just know. Well, whoever the killer is wants us to believe the ghost story. So what we've gotten is a victim who was some kind of secret high-level bad guy trainer and killer who's been even tougher than him, apparently out to get Bruce Wayne. And all we really know about either of them is that they have a thing for owls. And the tissue beneath the victim's fingernails, forensic came back empty-handed. Anything on your end? Cave access granted to Nightwing. No. Knock knock. Well, I'm looking into it. I'll be in touch. Whoa, you installed a photogrammetric scanner in the city morgue? It simplifies things. No more sneaking in and out. Come on, though. Admit it, you're going to miss that ventilation shaft, the one with. This is the John Doe I briefed you on, Dick. It's the one who your DNA under his fingernail is. Good thing we keep all of our Bat family DNA protected. Do you recognize him? I do. It was about a week ago at the end of the groundbreaking for our new West Side Promenade. I was leaving. The press was taking pictures, asking about your new Gotham initiative, and I was all hightailing it out of there. And all of a sudden, a stranger, your John Doe, came up to me and grabbed my arm. He looked waggered, really at the end of his rope, and then before I could get away from the press and talk to him, he said something like, "They're real, they're everywhere, and they're sending him for you, all of you." And then security got to him before I could follow up, and he was gone, and I noted it. But honestly, I just assumed by the looks of him he was a zealot for something. All the fire and brimstone. Now, though, still, I don't get it. He would approach me when you were the one in danger. And your DNA? When security pulled him off, he still had my arm. I can take off my glove and show you it was a week ago, but the scratch marks are still there. There's no need for that. Well, look at this. I'll let you know if there are any more developments that pertain to you. You already checked the surveillance footage from the groundbreaking, didn't you? That's why you don't care about checking my alibi? Dick, you know better than anyone except perhaps Alfred. Of course, I checked the surveillance footage. I have to go. Well, enjoy yourself, partner, because according to your John Doe's flaming note, you've got less than 12 hours to live. Old Wayne Tower. I just want to say how much I appreciate meeting with you, Mr. Bruce. I can only imagine how busy you must be these days. Not too busy to meet with Lincoln March, the next mayor of Gotham. Is that what the gossipers are saying? Some. I don't doubt it either, but I've been reading up on your self-made captain of finance turned philanthropist. You've got a good story and you've done good work, too, funding the boys' home, setting up the after-school reading right. So what do you think? Does the number look satisfactory? Bruce, I'm not here to ask for money. Don't get me wrong. Every dollar is appreciated. Well, Mayor Hattie, about the 10 lines of credit running at all times from sources that are questionable at best. If you're asking for a public endorsement, I'm afraid I don't do that. I'm not a public endorsement either. All I'm really after is your vote. That's all they freaking care about, guys. They're going to tell you anything, but as long as you vote for them, yeah, that's why I don't vote for any of them, because they are all corrupt. Back to the show. My vote, you got a long way for one vote, Lincoln. That's true, but I believe in what you're doing, Bruce. This initiative is to rebuild Gotham. It's a good thing, and to be frank, I see a friend in you. A cynic, could you say an opportunity? That's true in a cynic. Would you say you're spearheading this new Gotham initiative for the image of your company because it's a public holding and so on for private purposes? Is that what the gossips say? Some, maybe they're right. I should be going. I'll leave the check on the table. You know, Bruce, I lost my parents when I was a boy, too. It's strange, isn't it? It's the way that's just the details that stay with you. I can barely remember my mother's face anymore. But remember this pin, clear as day. This pin she was wearing the day of the accident. I made it for her at school, ceramics, and it was a little heart, but it was all lopsided with one side bigger than the other. She was wearing it pinned to this fancy dress of hers, my little ugly pin. I don't remember the drunk driver hitting us. I don't remember much of the accident. I do remember seeing the pin on the ground, though, as paramedics took me away. The pin perfectly preserved, not cracked or broken, just lying on the ground. All I wanted was for someone to pick it up. I lost everything I had that night, and a long time, and I lived in a state of total hopelessness. I hated the world. But then I got funding for school, and I was able to go to City College, and the city saved me. Gotham saved me. It gave me a purpose when I was alone, just like I bet it did for you. When I look at you, I see an ally, a real one. As I'm sure you know, this is a city where allies are few and far between, especially now. Especially now. Why? Something bad has come. Bad. Back to Gotham, Bruce. Something ancient and powerful and evil. Lincoln, what are you talking? What the? You. If you could think you could scare him. Lincoln. Don't recognize him. Someone new. Someone fast. Just me and him, but still, I have to be careful. Restrain myself. Never know who's watching. Go for strikes that look like lucky blows. Solar plexus. Mandibular. Mandibularny. Alright, playtime's over. Dang, bro. Doesn't make sense. It only takes 11 pounds of pressure to collapse a windpipe. I'm applying over 100 and he's not even flinching. Must be on something, some kind of venom. Bruce Wayne, the Court of Owls has sentenced you to die. Dang, look at that, bro. They just freaking kicked him out that freaking. Bang. Uh, Too far out to grab for the Ring of Seven. By the time I reach the other 5 Guardians, I'll be at terminal velocity. The Force will rip my arms off. How I love killing Waynes. Oh, that's epic. There's something I didn't mention earlier about the design of the Old Wayne Tower. Something your tour guide wouldn't mention either because there's one Guardian people don't tell you about when you visit. They don't bother to mention it because it was added later in 1930 and because it sits in the middle of the building and can't be seen from the elevators or the deck. The 13th Guardian installed by Alan's son Henry, my great-grandfather. The Guardian for visitors to Gotham arriving by air. Oh. Whoever it was that just tried to kill me, he was good. But he made one mistake. He tried to use Gotham's legends against me. But I'm the only legend this city needs. In many ways, it's my oldest and truest friend, and it knows me better than anyone, just as I know it. Which is why I can say that there is no Court of Owls. Not in Gotham, not in my city. Not if Batman has something to say. Capullo, look at that, man. Look at that. Look at that. It's nice. Nice. Help! Gotham City, winter 1922. Someone help me. They're coming for me. Help, please. Hey there, pal. You can't. Psst, Jimmy. Don't you recognize him? It's Alan Wayne, the guy who built half the city. Geez, get him a blanket. Well, before he freezes. They're after me, please. It's okay, Mr. Wayne. We're here now. Who's after you? They're everywhere. Don't you see? The 13th hour, it's upon us. They're coming. And their nest, they're all around. They're in my home, please. What what should we do? Get the patty? The patty, what are you crazy? The press would drag the poor guy down into Alan. There's there, the manhole. Did he fall or jump? I didn't see. Mr. Wayne, are you down there? Okay. I will tell you where he will be. Gotham City now. Talk. You say you are looking for a man in a dark costume, an enforcer with a mask to hide his face, and I will tell you that tomorrow. Well, there will be one at the morgue. The man making the questionable jokes is named Luka Voik. He's the packing of a Gotham branch of the Ukrainian mob. They call themselves Whisper Gang, and they're one of the 5 gangs that control smuggling out of Gotham by rail. 2 days ago, an associate dressed like an owl tried to kill me, and I was meeting with a local politician. 1 second, guys. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Uh, with no security footage of the assassin coming or going from Old Wayne Tower, my assumption is that he came through the rail lines that the coverage beneath the building, then found a way up through the service elevators, which means that one of the rail gangs saw him and took toll from him. The gangs have divided the lines among them. 1 line for each gang. One is Yakuza, one is La Emi. 5 rail lines, 5 gangs. I've already chatted with the other 4 gangs. Whisper Gang is known to be the most vicious and brutal of the 5. The candidate or 6th for the extensive weapons training overseas before being allowed to travel to the States. Once here, they're each fitted with an iron mask, symbolic of their loyalty to the gang, a muzzle to prove they'll never snitch. The mask is a soldered together at the back of the head and can't be removed for at least a year until the 6th has proven himself, all of which makes them pretty tough. They're pretty brutal, guys, pretty tough. You go out with them, man, you're eating dirt and freaking nails and dirt. Try that for a whole weekend. I mean, it was all right, but it wasn't my thing. I gave it up after a weekend. It was cool though. Unless you're a magnet, please. I was about to tell me everything you know about the assassin you let into an Old Wayne Tower. But I tell the truth, I don't know anything about this owl man. Lie detection, assessing truth. Get out of my tunnels. Second Martian ready for voice analysis. Launch voice analysis. Now let's see who you are. Bruce Wayne, the court have also sentenced you to die. Searching, voice analysis, search failed. Damn, running in. I'll leave this in arm's reach, sir. If I may ask, though, the morning before last, I came across an article in the Sciences portion of the Gazette. It appears the researchers in Germany, ornithologists, recently discovered that most bats depend on the sunset for long-distance navigation, which is to say that they need no experienced twilight in order to calibrate their internal compasses. In other words, Master Bruce, bats need a little sunlight once in a while to fly straight, if you will. I know plenty about the bats, Alfred. Tell me what you know about owls. Sir. Whoo, whoo, whoo. The man who tried to kill me made a comment about how much he loved killing Waynes. No Wayne in the last 50 years has died suspiciously to my knowledge, other than your parents, of course. I know that, but whoever he is, the man wants to believe that he isn't just a killer, but that he's from the Talon. The Talon from the Court of Owls folk song. Except he wants me to believe that the court isn't a folklore. That in reality, some secret group of men have actually been ruling Gotham from the shadows since colonial times. So I'm assuming that Wayne's killing he's referring to involves some incident from the past, something to give credibility to the bedtime story. So again, what do you know about owls? Just common trivia. They're carnivores, master of camouflage. They're natural predators of bats. But in retaliation of your family, sir, the only reference I can think of is irrelevant.
I have an apparently unstoppable killer running around Gotham with my name on his list. Nothing irrelevant at this point, Alfred. Your great great grandfather, Alan Wayne, near the end of his life, he suffered from aggressive senility. So I've heard. Yes, but he's supposed to develop a particular obsession with owls. Ooh, 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 cuckoo, cuckoo. He suffered from a severe paranoia about the birds, some obsession with the idea that they were conspiring against him. To hear my father tell it, Master, Alan boarded up his windows in fear one night that the owls would come for him. But even this didn't help him. As soon as he gripped with the notion that the owls, were roosting inside his home in the walls. If you look at this last portrait in the gallery at the building's design featured in the background, you'll notice owls perched along the moldings. But his death? No, you're correct. He drowned, having fallen into the ocean manhole in the Gotham sewer. No foul play was suspected. I've taken the liberty of preparing you some black tea with medicinal. No time, Alfred. I'm on my way out. May I suggest you take the day rest, sir? With the injuries you sustained in the fall and the stab wounds, you said it yourself, Alfred.
Ain't no rest for the wicked.
Even bats need sunshine. You're making me look bad, Bruce. After all, I took one knife, and you took two, and got kicked out a 30-story window. But I'm the one in bed eating jello in a buttless nightgown. Good thing you're not running against me. Actually, Lincoln, I am. That's why I came to tell you. Don't make me laugh. Actually, I wanted to speak with you privately. Just before the attacker came in, you were talking about something bad having returned to Gotham. Yes, I've been getting warnings, Bruce. Whispers from people to drop my bid for mayor. And then 2 weeks ago, I woke to find an owl in my apartment, just perched there in my closet, a little pile of bones beneath it.
Sweet.
Still, I didn't really believe it was them behind the threats, that it could be them. But it scared me enough that I asked my friends at the GCPD to keep a beat on anything related. So when the report came in about you being targeted by them, to about how that man left you a message, that John Joe killed by the Talon, the verdict on who killed that man is still out. Beware the court of owls, Bruce, that watches all the time, ruling Gotham from the shadows perched behind granite and lime. They watch at your heart. They watch at your bed. Speak not a whispered word of them, or they'll send the Talon. I've been hearing that old rhyme a lot lately, Lincoln. Frankly, I'm getting tired of it. Now, if there really was a court of owls, don't you think with my roots in the city I'd have learned that they were long ago? Unless what? Unless they didn't want you to until now. Maybe this new Gotham initiative of yours, reshaping the city, maybe they're just now paying attention to you too. Too. Same with me.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not afraid of ghost stories, and you shouldn't be either. Hell yes, I'm afraid, but I'm not dropping my bit of mayor, so if that's what you're implying. Gotham has given me everything I have, and I'll be damned if I hand it over to a bunch of old birds. Then you have my vote, Lincoln. Bruce, the home for boys I lived in after my parents died. It was an old wooden floor, always creaking, drove everyone crazy. No one the nuns brought in could figure it out. Then one day, Sister Allison noticed the depression by the corner of the building. Turns out the place was on a sinkhole. Within a year, the whole building would have collapsed with us inside if she hadn't realized it. My point is, sometimes we become so concerned with little dangers that we don't see the big one right beneath our little feet. That's all. I'm sorry, Lincoln. I have to go. I'm going to have my own people watch your room. They're the best. Get some sleep, Bruce. But Bruce, if they're watching me,
Sorry, bro. I gotta go fly my bat kite.
it's a good night, nice breeze tonight. I want to catch it in my bat ears.
Who's watching you?
Historically, cities are places of superstitions. After all, people come to them from all over the world, from small towns and villages, places that lived for generations, to inhabit giant mazes of glass and steel, shadow and merciless light. They declare the belief from home about what keeps you safe and what to avoid. A black cat crosses your path, they'll be plagued by bad luck. A 13th guest at dinner means something in the party will die at midnight. My great-grandfather, Alan Wayne, understood the power of superstition, as for he was the one of the first men to eliminate a 13th floor from his building. Funny thing, though, to really make good on the superstition, you're supposed to leave a small space in the building between floors 12 and 14th as a false floor to contain the bad luck of numerous 13. A space sealed off from the world, unaccessible, just a blank shot in the building, an absence like a breath held when passing a graveyard. A space just big enough in theory for a man to hide in, perhaps a killer dressed like an owl. Keep an eye on your blueprinters, guys. Those people drawing those blueprints. Yep. And on the subject of owls, here's a fact about them. Woo. They're one of the rare birds that doesn't build its own nest. In essence, they invade an enemy's territory. Instead, then they do is find nests abandoned in or use rival birds to take them over. And build their nests inside this home. Bingo. Bingo was his name. Oh, check out that Court of Owls suit right there. Batman got it. Probably gonna put it in the Bat Cave. Bum, 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 bum. Alfred, sir, the fund established in Alan Wayne's name. June 1891. Bruh. Ooh, 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 ooh. It still exists, doesn't it? The Alan Wayne Trust. You're assisting young architects. It's a fund to be used for progressive additions to Gotham's skyline. Pull up the addresses of all the buildings funded by the trust over the last century and a half. I'm uploading the addresses now. There are nearly 20 buildings in all, roughly one every decade for the last 150 years. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. The most recent was built just 5 years ago. Alfred, I want you to open Alan Wayne's crypt. Sir, he was right. I don't understand about the owl nest. What about them, sir? They're in our homes. June 2006. Woo, woo, woo. The mayor? Yeah, that one dude. He's a mayor candidate. Boom! Holy freaking cow. All this time, right under our feet. Sir. Kaboom. That don't look good. That looks pretty freaking cool, though. Yeah, buddy. That is sweet. Dang, bro. What the heck? Most people assume the danger of a tripwire lies in the blast. Not so. The real threat from a tripwire comes later, in the aftermath. The truth is a tripwire a greater instrument of fear than violence. It demoralizes and terrorizes everyone in range, suggesting that enemy know the terrain better than you do. The thing is their home, that they're everywhere at once, ready to bear down at any moment. Dang, bro. They got that extra pounds of that frickin' Semtex. In Gotham, there is no legend nursery rhyme about the Court of Owls. A group of men who, in the rhyme goes, rule the city from the shadows and enforce their means by an assassin named the Talon. A highly trained killer the court keeps hidden in the bases around the city. Tonight I discovered a series of such bases seeming to date back to the 19th century, bases hidden in the buildings constructed by my own family, the Waynes. I was inspecting this one, the most recent, when the tripwire went off. Lucky for me, I don't scare easy. If all this is true, then the real end is near. The end is near. Yes, indeed. Dun, dun, dun. And frankly, I just can't accept it. To be fair, he has taken an extraordinary bit of punishment of late, Mr. Richard. Bruce resting. It's true, sir. And how many do you need to slip nowadays? Slip him nowadays. Alfie, 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams of ACE. That'd bring down a. I'm aware of the effects, Master Richard. Now I'm afraid I must return to my duties if there's nothing else you need. Bruce, are you awake? And all is right in the world. Analyze residue. Analyzing metamorphic. Metamorphic continue. Analyzing further. Well, if you're not going to introduce me to your friend, this is just going to be awkward. He's not a friend, he's family. Alan Wayne, my great great grandfather, the man responsible for Gotham Skyline. What's the occasion? A case, I'm working. Anything I can help with? I'm fine. Computer, analyze. Analyzing further. I met with Commissioner Gordon earlier just to touch base. He mentioned what's going on. The discovery of the Court of Owl's bases. He said he thinks that the dates are legitimate. I'm still running tests, but yes, right now they appear to be authentic. Still, I'm not entirely convinced. He mentioned that too. He thinks you might be overly skeptical on this one for some reason. There are ways of beating even the most sophisticated carbon dating programs, Dick. You know that as well as I do. I do, but I also know that you're burning at both ends of this one, and you're working like a man obsessed, or more obsessed than usual, as such and as possible as you're not seeing the forest for the trees. Analyze nearly complete. Continue. The point is, hold on. I was talking to the computer. Computer, Bruce, we're worried about you, all right? Twice this month you came close to getting killed, and some of us think it's because you're underestimating your enemy here. Jim said that? Yes, he did. The John Doe who came up to me, a highly ghosted ID. He's killed by an assassin called himself the Talon. You drop the guy off a building and he gets up and kills his ride to the morgue. Now you discover these bases hidden in Wayne buildings, bases that seem to be from different decades dating back to the 1800s. How can you not be a little apprehensive about what's going might be on the other side of the equal sign here? I've been objective, Dick, like I taught you to be. Computer, run a secondary test for that for scale. Running. Take care, Bruce. I have a plane to catch. Dick, there's no Court of Owls. I know because I looked into it. When, Bruce? I never heard about it, and I was here for. It was before that, when I was a boy. Analysis. Shut up. Pausing. It was after my parents were killed, if the weeks following their murder. I was lost. I couldn't accept it. You were a kid, Bruce. I was the same. How are you supposed to accept? No, Dick. I couldn't accept that it was random. That some plain old Joe Chill, some no name, had killed my parents over nothing but pocket change and pearls. Deep down, I believed I knew that there had to be something bigger at work. It's the Illuminati, guys. The Illuminati. Of course, growing up, I've heard that the old legend of the Court of Owls. I'd asked my father about them, but he always laughed off the idea. But even so, in the days before my parents' death, there'd been a sign. A nest, an owl nest, in the attic. He shooed the birds away, but they'd come back. In an older version of the rhyme, there's a line about heeding the signs for the omens of the court. In the aftermath of their death, I saw the nest as a sign of a warning my parents hadn't heeded. And then and there I vowed revenge. I was just a boy, but I'd find them, the Court of Owls, and I'd expose them. I'd crush their world as they had mine. So I began my own investigation into the court. In many ways, it was my first case as a detective, and I was determined to solve it. Immediately, clues began presenting themselves. In a matter of days, it seemed everywhere I looked there was some sign, some new piece of evidence pointing to the court's existence. So I began delving deeper. If the court was made of the powerful Gotham families, there was no better place to start looking than my parents' friends and business partners. Gotham City. Despite his work as a doctor, my father had been deeply involved in the civic mechanics of the Gotham, not just the charities, but everything from Muslims in the Gotham shipyard. Anyone could be one of the court of on the court. No one could be ruled out. And of course, just a few weeks, I'd compiled notes of some of the Gotham's most prominent families to my mind. The mind of a boy detective all of it was evidence of a far-reaching conspiracy against my family. I'd even be located a building in an old abandoned social club with a double owl on the crest, a place called Harbor House. It was, I know it, all the families I suspected had belonged to the club at one time or another. And looking at the schematics of the building, I discovered a room in the upper tower, what looked windowless meeting place right above the crest outside. Nice. It was sure that was it. It's a nice house, guys. Check that out. You got a couple swimming pools there in the basement. A helicopter pad on on the third floor. Maybe a tennis court on the fifth floor. Golf course. Around back. And that's in the back half of the house. I had found the court of owls men behind my parents' death. But when I actually found that night, up there in the secret room was something much more frightening. And the plot thickens. What could it be? Dust. Nothing, no answers, no villains. Just an old empty room that hadn't been used in years. I was so shocked I didn't see the door closed by my foot. I was locked up there for over a week. When Alfred finally found me, I was already comatose. I spent 3 weeks in the hospital recovering. When I woke up, though, I'd learned a valuable lesson, a lesson I built skills as a detective on. Never let your emotions guide you on a case. I needed there to be a court of owls, some great evil behind my parents' murder. I let the need guide my investigation, and it almost killed me. You were just a kid, Bruce. I've looked into the court since then, and I've always come up empty. How hard have you looked, though? Deeper than the evidence warranted, because there's never been any. Look, Bruce, no one knows Gotham better than you. It's your city. It's Batman's city. But it's also nearly 400 years old, which means over the years maybe it belonged to something else, something too big, something dark. I have to go. I have a lead to follow up on. Woo, woo. My great-great-grandfather, Alan Wayne, was behind the construction of some of Gotham's tallest towers. His naked body was discovered here beneath the city in the sewers. The corpse had been here so long that Alan had been identified by the fillings on his teeth. A nightmarish end for a man who'd spent so much time building Gotham up to drown in its sewage, the dirty blood of the city he helped build. There are worse ways to go, though. Like the way he actually went, because examining his body myself, I discovered tiny punctures, not unlike stab wounds in his bones, a lot of his bones too, which is to say he was stabbed to death, most likely by throwing knives, almost 50 of them. Woo, woo, woo. But I found something else on his bones, a residue, dust from a metamorphic rock, not unlike marble. Strange, given that the sewer system is constructed almost entirely out of granite. But that's Gotham never ceases to. The Court of Owls watches all the time. They see you at your hearth, ruling Gotham from a shadowed perch behind granite and lime, and they see you in your bed. Speak not a whispered word about them, or they'll send the Talon for your head. Ooh, 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 ooh. Welcome, Batman, to the labyrinth. Welcome, brother. You just got cooked. Boop, boop. Yeah, boy. He'll be dead soon, See the bat signal. You've been running him not hot all week. You're going to blow his bulb. Leave it on, Harvey. Leave it on. Blinded by the bat light. I'd say, Commissioner, but it's been 8 days. The bat isn't coming. Leave the light on for him. It's just not just for him, Lieutenant Bullock. It's for the scum who thinks Gotham's a damn playground now. It's for the other guys too, the ones on our side, the ones who's hurting, because they know him, the man underneath that mask, the man missing right now. Hell, it's for this whole city, Lieutenant. So, like I said, Catwoman action and some Robin, more Robin. That. Ha ha. Oh, woo, woo, woo. The light stays on. They want me to come out of the dark, but I won't. I won't. I'll stay here where it's safe. Safe from them. From the owls. Here again, always here at the source. Shouldn't drink. Probably jug, but I have to. So thirsty. Like every part of me is crying out, screaming. Just a little, a sip. No, no, not too much. Drink too much and stay still, Bruce. They hear everything. They have special ears. They have special ears. Asymmetrical, with one ear opening higher than the other to locate prey. And the way they watch the eyes. Hurry, no rope to climb, no belt. You have to go. Get out of here. Away from the light. Back to the dark. Have to find the dark. Pop. How could I be here again? Because it's a story, Bruce. They're telling you a story, room by room, over and over, every part. And this is a part of the story, and it's all about the people they've killed here in the many, very maze. Hundreds of people, over hundreds of years, hunted down, something chased them, a minotaur watching. Once upon a time in Gotham, and you're the star now. Smile. No, I won't listen to you. I'm not listening. Keep your head straight, Bruce. Focus. Get back in the dark, where it's safe. I found you. I've got you. I'll tear you limb from limb. You think you can fool me? You think so? You can't, because I know all the tricks. Hell, I invented them. And sooner or later I will find you. Wherever you are. You can't hide from me. Hide in the dark because I live here. Whoa. Now it goes this way. In the dark in Gotham. It's my city. I know every alley, every rooftop. So tell your story with your pictures and your models, maps of Gotham through the years. Try to tell me you've been here longer, that that's where you're staying, right? That I don't matter. And all these names, the names on the wall, they're people you've used or members of your little flock or enemies you killed. And that's where you didn't even bother to take off the mask. It's all the same to me. All the same story. I've heard it all before. Yeah, well, not like... Right. Okay. Heard it all. Well, look at this. A new chapter. So what are you trying to tell me now? With the talent on the wall and these coffins? These faces, children, generations of children you turned into monsters? Isn't that it? Young men and women you trained for years so they could kill you for you? And one open, one missing? What does it mean? That, no, stop it, Bruce. I'm not listening. Not listening, not listening, not listening, not listening, not listening. Okay. Wow. Stop. It's just a story, Bruce. Just an old bedtime story, and you're the star, and it's your story, not theirs. Your city, your story. Thomas and Martha. It can't. Mothers, fathers. Bruce, my God. Is it? Is it really him, Thomas? Is it? It's me, yes, but how? We've been down here so long, Bruce. Waiting. Check that out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now it goes like upside down. really freaking weird, bro. Not real, not real, not real. Yeah. Trying to steal my story. Steal my... No, you can't change it. Can't change my story. You can't trick me. I invented all the tricks. I beat you. You hear me? I beat you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It is you, isn't it, Bruce? Of course. Don't you recognize me? We can't see anymore, Bruce. We haven't been able to for years. But it is you, isn't it? It's me. I found you. I found you. Oh, if only I could see you, Bruce. What I wouldn't give to see. To see. Oh, man. Woo, woo, woo. What up? Hey, Jola's in the house. What up, bro? What up? Todd? Yeah, man, it's just freaking nuts and crazy. This is out of the Batman Court of Owls. Volume 1. And, no. No, I'm not. I'm not listening. I'm not listening to you. No, it can't be. No, no. So he was just seeing his mom, Martha and Thomas. But it wasn't really them. Check that out. Oh. Oh, man. What up, bro? Yeah, this is pretty sweet. We're like almost done with it now, actually. I think we're in the tail end. The tail quarter of it. It's a Batman Court of Owls, Volume 1. What should we do with it? Get a new one. Now, I said now. Now, please. Right there. It's pretty sweet. Batman, the Court of Owls has sentenced you to die. Dang. That's crazy, bro. Batman, the Court of Owls has sentenced you to die. But you should die knowing that your body will not be returned to the surface, because the court has decided to keep your bones down here to be displayed. In the labyrinth forever, a monument, a valiant enemy. Only 3 times throughout the history of the court honored someone in this way. Do you wish to speak to this honor before your death? Hey, you, yes, you moved the camera. Sorry. Okay, we're right here. Whack! Man, no final address then, so all that's left to do is decide the matter of your death. My court, he is prepared. I present to you the Batman. How do you wish him to die? Dong, dong, dong. All right, guys, how's the bat gonna go out? What do we got? Yeah. Break his neck. No, bleed him. Take his feet. His spine. Pull his spine. Let the littlest decide. Yes, let her choose. What do you want to see, dear? Hurt him more. My pleasure, my lady. Well, hurt him like this. More. Like this. More. As you wish, my court. Dang. It is done, my court. The Batman is finished. Come, take his bones as yours. No strength left. Blood filled all the wrong places. Whole body, every bone, saying, let go, and let them take you. Let it end, the pain, the fight. Become a ghost, a face behind the glass, a face. His face, Alan Wayne. His face, so scarred, begging, chilling out for someone to help him. I help him stop them. Enough. Check that out. Run. He's still alive. Well. Still some fight in you. And look at you. Huh. Beating your wings, gnashing your little fangs. Do you know what owls do to pray that? I know. That I am sick to death of owls. Oh, man. Oh, look at the fangs on bats here. Check this out. Yeah. You dare. You dare. Oh, I do. Come here. For days you've been leading me around, showing me things down here, what you wanted me to see. Now it's my turn. So take a look. You see this? This city at your feet? It's not the real Gotham. It's an arts and crafts project. Shh. But wait. Quiet. But there's more. Because you're Talon. I said quiet. Shut up. I see what you are too. You're nothing but a hired thug. You're a pawn. You're special. No matter what they've told you, no matter what you tell yourself. And now, what you really are is finished. That goes for all of you. You hear me? Do you hear me, Quarter Vowels? Whoever you are, you can't hide from me. I know the city down to its foundation. For example, I know this place, the taste of the water and the foundation of the minerals. We're near the river, and I know that the base and your big ugly fountain. It's white marble, not construction marble like the rest of this place, which makes it softer and more vulnerable to explosions. And you know what? Explosions, potassium chlorate when it ignites, which is why I slipped out and I supply a filament plates from your camera before. Boom! Kaboom, boom, boom, boom. I'll be back for all of you. Out. Must get out now. Get out and go home. Home to the cave and never back here. Gasp, gasp. Go, go, go. He's drowning, guys. He's going down. Shot down in a blaze of glory. No. Can't get away. Can't break through the glass. They won't ever let me go. The court. I'm already dead, aren't I? Bones in the dark. Nothing but a dead face. A face. Well, that was thrilling. What a wonderful gladiator, the Batman. Yes, yes he is. What should we do with this one? Yes, what? We should dispose of him. Here. Here. Wait. But the investment in him, and he'll heal if you give him. Not surely he won't. Not in the important way. Not from that beating. Oh, don't worry, my dear. We have so many more of them. Now all we have to do is wake them up. All of them. Whoa. Dang. Speaking of that, guys, we are getting down. Hold on 1 second. Down to the nitty gritty. Alright, there we go. Alright. Some ancients believe that the moment of death brought with it visions. Not just the visions of one's past, one thing known to the dying, but visions of oneself as one truly existed in life. Yes, yes, Father, I shall become a bat. A bat? Oh, look at that. I love that. I was so tempted to put that as a thumbnail for this. I'm just saying. I love that picture. Whoop, whoop. That's epically cool. They believed, the ancients, that these final visions often went beyond what was known to the dying man in life, that they constituted secret truths about his life revealed. Either way, these visions were meant to offer a sense of closure so that he may leave the world in peace, knowing all that there is known about himself. Some truths were comforting, some were heart-shattering. Visions of himself as were truly were reflected in the burning eyes of his God. Come back. I know you can hear me. Come on. That's it. That's it. Damn it. Come on, work, work. Wait, who are you? It's just... Dang. We got old crazy eye Batman in there. That's Looney Bin Batman edition. Me, I'm sorry, the jumpers were all I had. You flatlined, and this is my boss van, and I told you once already. Leave me alone. I meant it. Nice one, Harper. Epic bat fail. But legend has it, if a dying man resists the visions, resists the pull toward the truth, the journeys back to the land of the living, he may find himself greatly changed upon return. And you stand before us now will certainly find yourself changed when you open your eyes, which you will do now. Yes, open those eyes for us. Open your eyes for your court. You have traveled far from the banks of the river. Leaveth the river the mindlessness where the shades walk back to the world, to the city, Gotham. Yes, look at your body. It has been restored and made stronger than before, much stronger. You drink from the cup of immortality, but you cannot be killed. Your wounds in battle will heal and are faster, stronger than ever. But we are stronger too, your court. We have been gathering our resources, our power, and waiting as the great owl waits in plain sight until now. For now, it is time for us to strike, to reclaim the city, to rip out the heart of our enemy. Identify yourself. Halt. It's me, Master Bruce, my God. When I saw the hole in the ice, I concluded that you climbed out of the harbor yourself. But when you never appeared, I feared one of your enemies had removed you, and it was someone else. Password Fairbanks. No. No. He's dead, sir. We discovered his body frozen in the water near the spot we detected the short beacon from your suit. I moved his body here to the Batcave for examination. Let's get you to the medical station. No, but sir, get him on the table. Look upon our enemy, the Bat. Look upon his image, like you, and he has now journeyed up from the underworld. But while you have returned stronger, more powerful, he has returned broken and weak. We have moved your armor here and your arms. We ask you now, let us arm you for battle. For tonight we will strike down your enemy. Not just strike him down, but tear him apart limb from limb and eat his bones. Bruce, I asked Alfred to tell me you needed privacy. I know, but I wanted to come down and see you. Geez, Bruce, what did they do to you? The man on the table is a Talon, an assassin for the Court of Owls. Is he dead? Yes. And no, there is no compound I've isolated in his cells. Something the court must have imagined to synthesize is capable of reanimating dead tissue, bringing bodies back from the dead. Only bodies specially prepared. Uh, Prepared how? The court has an affinity for classical antiquity. In ancient Greece, there was a tradition of placing coins beneath the corpses' tongues before burial, supposedly to pay for passage into the Hades. The rich sometimes had their coins made from a metal called electrum, a highly conductive alloy of silver and copper. In the man's body, I found a significant amount of electrum, not just in his blood, but in his cells. The alloy seeped down over the years and years from a deposit embodied in his tooth in the shape of a tiny owl. Like the John Doe he killed, he carried this ferryman's coin with him all the time for years. By the time he was retired, he was a walking conductor waiting for a spark, and for the chemist's standpoint, that's all the compound is, a spark to light up the wire. So they used the compound to bring him back from the dead, to kill for them. And his first target was the old trainer, the John Doe. After all, who needs to coach anymore when you can reanimate your star athlete and his healing factor? Once his compound is bounded with the cells, they're capable of reactivating and healing over and over, which is why he was able to walk away from the fall of Wayne Tower, and why he's technically still alive right now. So now, do you take him down? The compound turns his body into kind of a heart-powering factory for cell regrowth. The way to shut it down is to lower the hoist's core body temperature, put him back on ice. I'm running freezing solution into him. Do you have a name for him yet? Yes, his name is Cobb, William Cobb, and he's your great-grandfather. My what? I took a tissue sample, Dick, and what you weren't going to tell me? That's what you wanted, privacy? That's one part of it, yes. And you're not going to tell me the other part. Hey, of course you're not. You know, Bruce, I get that you think you're protecting me by keeping your secrets. Or rather, uh, I get that you want to think that you keep your secrets like this. But since you were being honest and upfront right there, just admit that both of us know that the person you're really protecting is yourself. from needing to have a damn human emotion. But you have no idea what I've been through these last few weeks, no idea the things I've had to deal with. And I'll tell you what, Bruce, if you think learning my ancestor, some guy I never knew, was a criminal, if you think that's going to faze me, then frankly, you don't know me yet.
Crack! Bam! Bang!
You were supposed to be one too, Dick. I was supposed to be a Talon. In pre-modern times, our potential gladiators were sometimes escorted to the Colosseums by parades and performers, uh, jesters and acrobats, an ancient version of the circus. Of course. But how'd you know? He came to see you first, the trainer of the course, last Talon, our John Doe. The identifier of the Talon here simply confirmed it. Every decade, Haley Circus presented a crop of child athletes to the court, and the members chose one of the secret to be trained as that era's talent. You were meant to be the most recent one, but when your parents died and you took me in, I. You know, some nights, Dick, on patrol, I felt the city looking at me like I was tonight. I was watching over me, though, like a partner, even family. You asked me before what the court did to me. What it did to me was show me the truth that the Gotham City I thought I knew, my city, doesn't exist. They showed me that the real Gotham is the Gotham City is a city of birds and a city of owls. It's a stranger and an enemy it's always been. And I'll tell you, Dick, if someone could have protected me from that truth, I'd have been grateful. Well, here's some truth for you. You might be seeing sides already. All of us birds on one, and you and the bat on the other. Hell, you're probably throwing up walls right and left. But the fact is, I don't care who my ancestor was or what the Court of Owls wanted me to do, and I don't. We are who we choose to be, Bruce, not the role past says we should play. The Court of Owls is just another bad guy, Bruce. You're a little Grayson, grayer around the temples is all. Yes, you made a mistake and underestimated them. But they're not Gotham City, Bruce, and neither are you. Yes, this way. Come see. For tonight, we will not only kill our enemy, but we will take back our city. We will take back our kingdom. Now go and take Gotham City. Oh, damn, look at that. Dang. Variant cover gallery. So that was it. Oh man, these look epic. These look sweet. Check out these variant cover gallery here. That's cool. I don't know. I think I might like this one a little better though, actually. Standing on the gargoyle and everything. Yeah, I think I like that one. Ooh, this one's cool. I'm still going with that gargoyle one though. I like them all though. I don't know why I'm picking. We're just checking them out. But yeah, they sent out all the owls at the end. I guess that was great. The Court of Owls. Woo, woo. That's pretty great too. I like that gargoyle one. That's my second one right there though. That's my second one. Oh wait. I don't see. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh man, you can't pick. That's cool too, though. The owl sitting and perched up on the sides there. Man. Of course, you got to have something like that. Yeah, you know. You know what, though? Since we were picking, for me at least, what the freaking heck? Yeah, that's pretty freaking sweet. Those are all sweet. I like oh yeah. Yeah. Yep. Batman Court of Owls Volume 1, guys. Man, damn. Wow. Alright. Alright, guys. Well,
when you're as old as me and you're older than dirt, and when you stand up like that, told you guys I was a superhero. You guys freaking rock too, though, guys. You guys really do. And yeah, that was cool. Uh, time is it? Shit. Uh, woo. Yeah. Hey, Kev, what up, bro? What up? Kev's back in the house too, man. Hey, good to see you guys. Good to see you, Kev. Yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We've been doing a lot of live stream word for word ones lately. Just went over this one last night. The epicness was quite grand on that one. This one wasn't as long. We had a few breaks in there and stopped. It was fun. That was a real fun one. But this was pretty freaking sweet too, though, man. And right now it was a little less than an hour and a half. I think if I keep it that way, we'll be sitting good. Yeah, that was great though. Quarter hours. And then in my last video, I don't know if you guys saw it. I don't mean to be talking about my videos or anything, but the Robin the Super Assassin one. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that dude. But here's a show I got. I went back and I'm rewatching it. It's called The Cape. It's like an old show. I remember I used to like it and I forgot I had it, so I pulled out and I'm rewatching stuff. But anyway, yeah, guys. Keep your eyes out. More videos and stuff will be popping out and all that. And we still got one more as of right now. The next one more. One more paperback. We're gonna read this puppy word for word. This is Flash Rebirth, but that'll be a different night. Probably tomorrow night. But yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you guys very much. You guys rock. And I'm just saying too, guys, come on, somebody wants this. If you do, I mean, whatever, it's no big deal. But surprise free giveaway, it's still up there. Nobody's won it yet. Right there. Boom. And oh yeah. And we got them. You guys we got them every 50. So we're getting close to another one of them too. So that'll be cool and exciting. So we got that coming up. Some other stuff coming up. So yeah, we got some cool, good, big stuff coming up. But right now, even NPC superheroes stuck inside the Matrix got to unplug sometimes. But hey, Green Lantern show. Yeah, I watched it. I watched it when it came out, and then I watched it again last night with my wife. And yeah. Peacemaker, yeah. I watched it. I don't know if you guys saw. I don't know if I want to talk about spoilers or anything, but I thought it was good, and I think actually, I mean, it was kind of a little bit like a little bit of slow burner, kind of, but it set it up for something really good in the second episode. Like, I don't want to say how the first one ended, but if you know, you know, and yeah. So yeah, that was definitely cool. Looking forward to that. And damn. Yeah. But oh hey, should we well no, I'm gonna all right. But yeah, anyway, keep your eye out for that. We got some good stuff coming out. Yeah, you too, bro. Have a great day, man. And yeah, keep your eyes on the swivel, because there's a lot of good stuff, man. And yeah, if you haven't seen that, I would definitely check it out. I'm a fan. And I made a Green Lantern video before though, and I was like, I might be the only person in the world, but I didn't really think that first Green Lantern movie. Speaking of that, I didn't really think it was that bad, I mean, I've seen worse, but Plus, I kind of liked it actually. That one dude's haircut always makes me laugh. Yeah. But all right, guys, that was freaking great. Gonna get out of here. Got to go rescue cats from trees, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, guys, keep your eyes out. We got that free stuff. All that stuff's coming up. It's all good. We got everything good. Yeah, it's all going good, guys. So yeah, cool, cool. Yeah, you too, buddy. I'm gonna go have a tobacco product, and shouldn't do that. Don't ever do that. Stay healthy. Keep fighting the good fight. You guys are on that roller coaster that only goes up, my friends, and you already know what to do. And if you don't, it's all good because I'm going to tell you anyway. Just keep it classy. Keep on digging. Hug your mama. And peace. Yeah. Peace, guys. That was great.